tube. That's right, it's 8 o'clock in the morning and I'm up in the car. Jeez, let the adventure begin. Yeah, so this might be another campervan safari one. I don't know how much video I'm going to be able to take them. We're off to Dundee. Scott's campervan and Jen's coming this time instead of Troy. So it should be slightly more conversation. Jen's someone, Luthier guy who's the guitar tech in Kenny's Music in Dundee. Was blown away by her amazing guitars. Been working on guitars for 40 years, never seen anything like it. Wanted to donate some guitars to her, so I think it's 10 guitar bodies and 10 guitar necks, although they may not necessarily match each other, for Jen to paint. So we're going to go and pick them up. And to be honest, me and Jen, I was going to offer to drive her over last week, but Scott's like, oh, we can make a weekend out, go to the campervan, and it was like, oh, there's Scotland's biggest car boot sale is in Perth tomorrow, so we'll be camping out somewhere and then going to the car boot sale at 6 o'clock in the morning or something stupid. Jen goes to these things, I don't know what time they start at, but I think she leaves the house at 5 or something. She's already been to a car boot sale this morning. In Scott up here, what? Morning, what? I was almost getting picked up myself, and then last night Scott's like, last time I had to come and pick you up. It was a 2-hour detour. It's like it's a 20-minute detour, but fair enough. So at least I get the point. That means that we can all go back to his and help him unpack the and stuff. So that's fine. So it's early in the morning. We've got a couple of guitars. We've got the jpax guitars, numbers 1, 2 and 3, which will be played together for the first time ever, because we hadn't actually had a jam yet. I think when we made the first, when Jen made the first ones, painted the first lot, partly because I think there weren't any guitars ready, because now we can actually, work on some guitars, some getting painted, some getting wired, some getting set up, but there's a backlog enough for us to play. So I'm thinking I want my aim is to get a band photo shoot. Kind of look like, all the photos Jen takes look like we're in a band anyway, so we're Jen and the Hairy Musicians, I think we're called, or Hairy Wednesday, I can't remember what we're called, but I want a photo of us playing the jpax guitars with the 4th Road Bridge in the background, because 4th Rail Bridge, because so we're going to Dundee today, and then I don't know, pissing about charity shops. It's going to be absolute chaos, and then tomorrow morning this car boot sale, and then South Queensferry, which is where the 4th bridges are. Jen's swapping something for something. I can't remember what it is. It seemed like nothing we could do. I think the guy, the guitar tech, is getting a scratch plate for his donation. Which, I mean, that might be a very worthwhile thing sometime. That might be like you've got one of the original jpax scratch plates. Which one? What limited edition number? No, before that. I was like, oh, which print? Not a print. Because these things must start somewhere. There must have been a point when some paintings were worth nothing, and then suddenly they get big. Making it big, it would be nice. I told you that Billy Sheehan commented on one of the things. I'd like Paul Gilbert to play one of the jpax guitars. That's my RG470. It's not for sale unless either Steve Vai or Paul Gilbert wants to buy it, in which case it's for sale. Because Jen will pay me another one. But I think it's only a matter of time before somebody famous ends up with one. And saying that, they're not exactly the orders flooding in for the Buckycaster, although I think they're still churning away in the background. I don't think I've even made one this year actually. Maybe made one, I think I made an acoustic one. But they're still there, they're still in the ether, getting played live, hopefully by Pete and Diesel at some point. In fact, I wonder, as long as he actually gets down to actually playing it, because it actually plays really well. The Ibanez one, there's a few other, a few folk have got one. modern band. They've got one, and I've seen it used. I've seen it used on stage in front of a few thousand folk. So the Backcaster, need to make some more. I don't think I could really get Jen to paint one, because that you've seen the videos. The jpax #1, the Stratocaster, was meant to be a Backcaster, meant to be sort of. I've told the story so many times, there's no point. But they've got to be. Definitely, you should be looking at getting one now. The prices are all going up. Then suddenly realised that, hold on, you're not getting really. Just selling some of them at a loss. It's just what? They'd be too nice, the problem. But yeah, I said to send it to America, it was going to be £70, and it actually ended up costing me 90. Like, fucking charge the person. The problem is once you start dishing out the money, all the wee things add up. You know, it's like, you think, oh, it's only 20 quid, and you've sold the guitar for 300 quid, but it's like, it wasn't 300 quid you got for it. I just feel that to paint them, although it does look a little bit haphazard, and it's amazing how quickly you can do them, it does, the actual initial painting, I wonder if we could employ, and oh god, it's going to be me into it. It's going to be me or Scott. I really don't, you'll get like a person just to do clear coats of lacquer. Is what maybe once the business expands, it'll just be someone who's just, or maybe just even a spray booth would do it, I don't really know, to do the lacquering bit, because obviously Jen paints the guitars in a day, basically. A day and a whole day. I'm talking about an afternoon with the paint, and then the evening sitting watching TV with like marker pens and wee touch-up pens and other bits of paint to finish them off, because they're not random at all. What they end up looking like is random to a certain degree. It kind of depends on where it goes. It's kind of mad. It's kind of like having a jam. You know, it's like, we'll just have a jam. What do you want to play? I don't know. Let's see what you play. You know what I mean? So, we're having a wee sort of. So it's a completely unknown element what they're going to look like. I mean, I know even I think my tartan bass, pretty sure that was meant to be tartan from the start, because I saw that she did a blue tartan guitar and it looked amazing. I think she feeds off a little bit of my reactions to some of these things. That looks amazing. The Vortex one as well, the Pacifica, which nobody's got the joke. I said, it looks like a vortex. It's kind of got like a spirally thing going on, and it wasn't until after in fact it's sold and it's away. There's a Clive Cussler book called Pacific Vortex, and it's this guitar's a Yamaha Pacifica, so it's a Pacifica Vortex, which is pretty cool. And that looks fucking, it's the best one yet. And then when I turned up, I think it was the following day with just to show Scott my new Ibanez RG, sort of. She's like, oh, I can pick up a Vortex in that. And it's like, oh, all right if you want to. Quite funny. But I always say, like manipulating her and get her to paint me guitars, but there's no manipulation going on at all. Just thriving in the fact that I'm feeling a wee bit guilty for asking her to do guitars. So I mean, you may have a jpax guitar, but did you have one that was made for you? Maybe there's an element of portrait in them. I don't think there is in the first one. The first couple were a bit more. Can I paint a guitar? Why don't I actually paint a guitar? I don't know. Give it a go, see what happens. I like that graffiti thing that's on those big jar things, big vase things you've got in the living room. They look pretty cool. When you paint a guitar like that, it'd be awesome. It's like, it totally does look awesome. And then they've progressed on from there. I don't know how much longer they're going to be significantly different looking. I mean, I suppose it's just that they're going, how many options you got? I'm putting pickups in a guitar. There's a finite number of ways you can wire a guitar. I've not got anywhere near the end of it. It's not really. It's quite extreme once you start putting 4 pickups in and put lots of switches in. But you know, there is a sort of limit. When it's painting a guitar, it's paint. So, but you can paint anything. I've not seen it. Oh no, of course I've not seen a portrait one. Of course, they did the Frank Zappa, the David Bowie, the Alice Cooper, which the Alice Cooper's now spending some time in Scott's house. That guitar was made, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, something like that, and it's sat in Jen's office and she was going to paint over it. I was like, you're fucking not. There's going to be an amazing picture of Alice Cooper in the back of it. The front of it was ugly as hell. I was like, why don't you graffiti it? So she did. And then I took it away to fit a neck to it, finish it up, and then I had it for a few weeks, just didn't actually get round to it, and then I took it back and said, here's the neck, yeah, I've made the neck fit. And then Scott took it away, and then that was like a month ago, so it's like doing the rounds, that Alice Cooper guitar. It's an annoying one because I want all of them, that's the problem. But it's a Telecaster, an Alice Cooper Telecaster, which basically just looks like an awesome jpax guitar from the front, and then on the back it's got a photorealistic picture of Alice Cooper with 3D eyeballs made out of marbles or golf balls or something. Golf balls are probably a good idea or something. Cheers, Alice is into his golf. So I'm meant to be there at 9 o'clock, it's 8:30, and I think I should be about 10 minutes early. It should give me enough time just to sit there. I've not had any phone calls this morning. I bet you Scott's had 10. I think Jen sort of trusts me. Well, I was never going to be late anyway, probably. It's like rambling. Okay, I don't want to fill up this. Well, I'm saying that I'm going to go into a slightly lower resolution, I think. So I can get, if I go to 25 frames per minute per second, 25 frames per second instead of 50. I can get twice as much room on the GoPro, plus also I've remembered so far, hopefully, I just need to remember to pick up the power lead for it, and I've also emptied my phone as well, so I should have enough video to stitch together some sort of, I don't think I'm not going to make it into a days long one this time. I know for a fact Jen doesn't like being filmed, even though she puts all these videos out on Facebook, goes live and it tells us and stuff like that. And one time she got the first load of guitars, I had to go, I had my phone and I was filming it, so I've been, oh, let's have a look to see what guitars you've got. She's like, you better not be fucking filming that, run them down. I was like, right, okay, blanket, cool. Because she's going to be, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a joke on her, she's not going to like it, she's going to not think it's funny at all. So I'm going to do, obviously, a wee bit of, in the, hello, YouTube, we're off on a safari, blah, 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 and then I'm going to say in the back, or in the front, there's Jen, there's Troy replacement. And she's going to go, not want to be in it. I'm not going to be in it. Okay, you don't have to be in it. Just for a message for all you Jen fans is like, what she really wants is people to message her and tell her what they want the guitar to look like, and she'll paint it exactly the same, because she doesn't like that at all. I can't do that, which I totally get. I refuse to do. I've been talked into it a couple of times, but I don't like to. I can't do a bucket caster to order. I can do a bucket caster, no problem, but I don't want to do your guitar because it becomes very different when you do that. Because then it becomes, oh, I might fuck it up. Your guitar, and the thing is, I know that everyone would be too nice. I'm sure Jen knows the same. You'd be too nice to say if you didn't like it, but you might still not like it. Or just that maybe you do someone else's guitar. Because the thing is, when I'm just going for the bucket caster example, I'm doing it, and it's like, if I was to price it out, actually buying the bits that you asked for, you know, I can't give you 150, 200 quid, because it's going to cost me that in bits, you know, and then oh, that's fine, I don't mind paying for the bits, you're not happy, right? So you end up paying £400 for a bucket caster, and it's like, it's not going to be better than the one I would have sold you for £200. It's just, it's got very specific parts, so I've got to use the bits that I've got lying about. And again, not that I'm comparing myself to an artist, but there is an element of see what happens. You know, I start with a bucket caster, just stay with a standard Strat and go right, and then think, oh, I might put a P90 in it and add something, and then I'll have this sort of switch in it, then I build it, and then it's like that design changes, then I find another pickup, and then the one that I tried to use didn't work, or I couldn't find a switch, or I found another switch, like a light switch to put in it, or something, so it ends up being a little bit of a journey as well. That's why all the bucket casters are completely different also. But that's the thing, I don't know if everyone's really getting the uniqueness of these guitars. They are all completely different, and not like, you know, you get your, if you buy the swirl guitars, they're all unique, you know, or the, you know, the ones with the fancy, it's got an ash top because it's got a slightly different grain to it. Yeah, they're all different, okay, but they don't look different from, you know, you can't see that that's a guitar you've never seen before from a thumbnail, whereas with Genji can. The SG I've got just now looks fucking amazing. I'm also going to start putting funny wiring in them as well. Yeah. Which I think it'll give better value to the people buying the guitars anyway. You know, it's like, well, how many sounds does it do? 3? How many sounds does it do? 12? Right? Well, surely the one that does 12 is better. And it just makes it something a little bit more interesting. Certainly I've noticed that happening a lot with guitars, but I don't know what it's like when other people see guitars I've done. I show them, if you go up to a normal person who doesn't know anything about these things, they're just going, what the hell is that? What do the two switches do? And it's like, that's a, you know, an overloading cascading bucker switch. Is it? What's that do? I'm going to use the cascading bucker a lot more often in the jpax guitars, because that just gives you, it's the thing that what a Strat doesn't have. It doesn't have a good humbuckery sound. They're sometimes a bit thin, which is, you know, I mean, I can get away with a Strat, no problem, I enjoy them, but if you're not a Stratty person, no, but I want to play some, you know, Megadeth or something, you're really having some sort of way of turning it into a humbucker, which it does, I mean, it sounds good. I've got the 3 pickups on. Anyway, I'm not going to use up any more time. So this was part 1. I don't know how much more I'll get filmed or anything. It could be interesting. Rocking, look forward to it. Hey YouTube, the journey has begun. Me and Scott and Troy in the back. Yeah, your Troy's replacement. She's a bit more aggressive than Troy there.
She absolutely doesn't answer the big button.
No, don't call her Big Bird. No, doesn't like that at all. Made the...
It makes me so happy. Can you film me?
Yes. Look at that. That's what. What? Can't swear on my YouTube. Yeah.
We'll bleep that out for the internet.
It's alright, yeah. So Jen doesn't want to talk, so basically we'll just say that Jen was talking to me and she basically wants you to, if you could message her and she'll paint your guitar for you. She doesn't want to do her own designs anymore. She wants you to tell her exactly what it is she wants done. And she's really keen on doing like a copy of something. Maybe a copy of George Harrison's guitar or something. Just an exact copy. Yeah, really. Yeah, copying them. Yeah. And for only a £5 each as well, right? A £5 each, yeah.
Actually, that's too expensive. Maybe a pound.
Maybe a pound, yeah. Just do it for the sheer joy of it.
Yeah, just for the sheer
Yeah, the reason I turned it on here is because I think we're about to drive past the big golf ball, but I might be wrong. I just recognised that it's somewhere. It's around. I recognise that yard. It is. Aye, it's like it's just wide eye, fish eye lens, blah 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 blah. Waterproof. Spit on it. Fisheye lens tends to have the opposite. Maybe I wonder if there's an anti-fisheye lens. You'll be wearing this in your head when we're walking about later on.
I've got an absolute rating right, which is
So you'll be
white car. How close is it? I can't see it with this thing running in.
aye, just a nutter.
Which time will it take us in those cars?
Yes. So we're currently in Fife. We just crossed over the Kincardine Bridge. And I'm not
somewhere.
we're headed up north. Dundee, Dundee, Dundee,
Have you a question?
Yeah,
The answer everything to a question.
of course I'm coming. Troy never complained before we're filming. I forgot to film it, we'll maybe get it the way out, but we're in Ochtermuchty. What's that?
Ochtermuchty.
Ochtermuchty.
One of the best sounding Scottish places in Scotland.
Yes, my favourite one. It's like
Ochtermuchty.
Ochtermuchty, it might say Ochtermuchty Co-op above that co-op.
Actually, yeah,
It does, there you go, so you know it's, we're not lying. AUCHTEM.
Ochtermuchty.
Ochtermuchty. Nah, that wee dog lives in Ochtermuchty. It's an Ochtermuchtarian. It's got wee legs. I was like, what's ET short for? What's ET short for? Because he's only got wee legs.
It's a dad joke.
That's a good joke. No, dad, it's just a dad joke, yeah. The boar's heat.
Straight on guys. Yeah, straight on.
Straight on, guys. Ochtermuchty, Kirkcaldy and Falklands. I always thought
Jimmy Shan sculpture's just up there.
there is a Sir Jimmy Shan. My grandpa used to like his music.
Yeah, he's a very famous musician. It's a lovely wee village. Very narrow roads for such a wide vehicle to get through.
Very close to the road. Kind of got a bit of the Kirriemuir about it, I suppose. We're not actually that far away from Kirriemuir, really. Really? I was watching a thing, a Bon Scott thing. It was like they didn't work in a mill; they owned a mill. They bought the Scots, apparently, or something. I don't think they were necessarily the way we were thinking. You were Victorian, living on the street, or whole family in one room type thing. I don't think that was really the case for him. Well, we saw the Ochtermuchty sign. Ochtermuchty. Coming into Dundee, eh?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Dundee, yeah.
Come from there.
Yeah, Dundee, yeah. It's a pure bowker.
Going for the next circle.
Aye, there's a circle. A pure bowker around here.
This circle will take it the third towards the brick.
Eh.
Hey.
Oh, that's a beautiful look.
We're going across a bridge. You ready, Jennifer?
The brig. The brig. You got to say at the end of everything.
There's a cruise ship.
Yeah. Got a bus there.
Head south towards A92.
I'm heading south towards A92.
Heading south towards the A92, eh? A big cruise ship, eh? Oil rigs, eh? The brig.
Don't look too much because it's quite narrow.
Yes, it's alright. We can look at the.
My van's quite chunky.
Yes.
You alright back there, Jennifer?
Dundee, yeah. Dundee, yeah. Fucking I'll outfilm you. Mad Malcolm guitars on YouTube. That could be your 7,000 bastard views. A rip.
Can't see it.
No, okay, no, you've got sorry. That'd be more. You watch this in the video later, it's cool. You watch this in the video later, it's cool. HD.
It's still me slow down. 230. Okay.
Yes.
Just anxious.
It's quite straight.
Very.
Yes.
It's desertic. It's weird. To see something so straight in Scotland.
Yes.
Given Scotland's quite hilly.
Hell yeah.
Undulating. Is that the word I like?
Undulating, yeah.
Undulating.
It's undulating, eh? Rock, yeah. The water's flat, but eh?
It's nice. It's gorgeous here. If you can actually occasionally see dolphins and whales and all sorts of weird things
Yeah.
about here. Here we go, two fat boys up eventually.
Hey!
Probably touch hands.
Eh?
Wee lasses like that. Fucking
I'm not waving any more of them, no.
bastards.
What?
What's Troy said?
What is it, Troy?
Troy,
Troy, alright?
want a biscuit, sir? And there's the museum over there. It's a lovely building.
Aye.
What's the Royal Museum again? I've done gigs inside it and outside it.
Alright, well.
Beautiful
In
building.
a quarter of a mile, keep right and continue on A92.
That looked like interesting. The sooty and sweet mobile. I'm not filming you.
Filming me.
I'm not filming you.
I look like a big bird.
Well, you just told everyone that, so they'll now be looking for you.
Look,
5p, well worth it. Kenny's Music. That's where we're going. So it is. Dundee, yeah.
This is where the Beatles came in because it's connected through the back to the Caird Hall.
So they could
It's the Beatles escape route.
The Beatles couldn't get out, the story goes, because of the screaming fans, so they brought them out this way safely and out the front of what was an ironmonger's.
Right. Well, Paul McCartney probably touched that. Right, well, there you go.
John Lennon.
I see.
Paul McCartney's a better bass player.
So this is just a story, Jerry. That's the workshop for the amps and stuff repairs. The guy who works there is from the 60s as well.
Cool.
Okay, I'm just explaining the Beatles came from here because they couldn't get out of the Caird Hall.
Should I film that? No.
The screw guys.
I think you should have already done it. I think you
Oh,
should.
you done it?
It's not that exciting in these doors. The shop totally different street, so you've got the fans. The
But
Caird
did you
Hall.
know that?
Yeah, you just told me when you were in the
I know,
toilet.
but you didn't know that before then.
So there's the big city square. It's just if we
Okay.
were to travel up
So,
that way.
here's the cool look. Look at him. He looks good, doesn't he?
He's been here a while. I can't even remember where he came from. But sometimes we need somebody to
His face is amazing.
wear an item of clothing.
But I'm going to film it. So we're actually standing where John Lennon was. Do you know that's weird? So John Lennon actually walked through
Don't he
here.
hung about? I think he'd have been
It
pushed through
doesn't
here
matter
quite
his.
quickly.
He's
Jake has
been
left
here.
anything, has he?
That no, I'm spiritual. I like that. You
That's the whole place, the Beatles place. With Desperate Dan. And Minnie the Minx. I assume there's going to be others kicking about somewhere.
Long before it begins, make me feel as though you know
A Taco Bell. I don't think I've ever seen one before. Apart from in Demolition Man, obviously.